There's one farmer just on the other side of me here who had over 300 head of cattle, and he was wiped out.
Sooner or later, the entire body would become affected by, this disease.
Then a few months later, we saw this acute skin disease, but we had no idea that it would be so devastating and it would spread throughout the whole island.
What happened in this area can very well happen there because, animals moving back and forth, and you can't take any chances. You have to always be on the lookout. Check your animal regular.
If you take a pass through, walking through his paddock, you can find bones all over there. And that was caused by the ticks.
The tropical bont tick, Amblyomma variegatum, the dangerous invader from Africa. This deadly parasite now spreading from island to island, hitching a ride with migratory birds. Sucking the lifeblood from our livestock, causing heart-water disease, exposing the animals to the misery of the acute skin disease, dermatophylosis, and their owners to financial ruin.
Prior to the invasion of the tick, it is estimated that we had about 5,000 head of cattle, about 12,000 head of sheep, and a similar number of goats. 10 years after that, the numbers were reduced drastically. We estimate we are down about 60%. On the sister island and Nevis it is even worse. Figure we're down about 75%. The major producers, people who had, say, 500 head and so on, they went out of business completely. The smaller farmers with 1 or 2 animals, or as much as 10 and 12, quite a few of them went out of business. And in many instances, they could no longer be bothered to raise animals.
Over 100 years ago, the tropical bont tick arrived in Guadeloupe with a consignment of cattle from West Africa. During the past 15 years, the tick has been rapidly spread by the cattle egret to infest over a dozen other islands. The tick decimated the cattle populations on both St. Kitts and Nevis and caused significant losses on several other islands. It must be stopped. Stopped so Caribbean farmers can return to productive livestock farming. Stopped before it spreads to the huge livestock populations in North and South America. Stopped before it becomes unstoppable. The time is now. It's for these vitally important reasons that CARICOM, the Food and Agricultural Organization, and the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture have come together to coordinate the Caribbean Amblyomma program. A similar program is being carried out in the French West Indies. The CAP program involves the regular use of Bayticol poron, the most effective tick control chemical known to man. Fortunately, as well as being highly effective, it is also environmentally friendly. Bayticol poron will be distributed to all livestock farmers on infested islands free of charge. The distribution itself will be organized by the Departments of Agriculture on each island. Fortunately, Bayticol Poron is extremely easy to apply. For full protection, stock must be treated every 2 weeks. To ensure that it cannot strike again, we must continue to treat for the full lifespan of the tick, which is 2 full years. Treat, that is, until there are no more live ticks left hiding in the grass. The first step in the program is for Department of Agriculture staff to register and ear tag every animal on each infested island.
Number 7. Number 15.
Different colored ear tags are used in different parishes, so each animal will have a unique color and number combination. Please give the program staff all the help you can. The tagging is essential to make sure you are delivered the correct amount of chemical. Next, the number and type of livestock on each island will be entered into a computerized database. This helps the program's regional coordination unit to ensure that adequate supplies of the chemical are always available. Then, the Bayticol Poron will be delivered to your farm. Treatment is very easy, as is calculation of the dose rate. It's the same for all species. 1 milliliter of Bayticol for every 10 kilos of body weight. Don't waste the Bayticol. Remember, applying more is not necessarily better, so keep to the correct application rates. So first, estimate the weight in kilos of the animal to be treated. Then divide by 10 and you have the dose in milliliters. This 400 kilo adult cow requires a 40 milliliter dose. This 200 kilo yearling, 20 milliliters. And a 50 kilo sheep or goat, just 5 milliliters. If you have difficulty estimating the weight, your veterinary department will be pleased to assist you.
1015.
When you come to apply the Bayticol, it will be easier if you restrain the animal. Then simply squeeze the bottle until the Bayticol comes up to the required mark. Then pour the chemical evenly along the back line from the shoulder to the base of the tail. Treated animals will have a slick appearance because of the oily nature of the Bayticol. It's vitally important to give every animal the correct dose and not to miss out on any. Once treatment begins, it's essential that you continue to treat every animal in every herd for 2 full years. The veterinary staff will record the number of animals you have treated when they replenish your stocks of Bayticol. Today, these cattle on Nevis are going to be given their fortnightly treatment of Bayticol. The stockman estimates the weight of this animal at 400 kilos, so it gets a 40 milliliter dose of Bayticol. This one weighs 200 kilos, so it will be given 20 milliliters. And this 100 kilo calf will get 10 milliliters.
First of all, we have to break the life cycle. These ticks, there are 3 host ticks. It entails treating all animals on the island every 2 weeks for a period of at least 2 years. It was estimated that a female could remain on the ground for maybe as much as 20 months without a blood meal. So this is why we must have this extended period.
During the period of the tick eradication program, whenever you buy or sell stock, or when animals are born, you must inform the veterinary staff. They will arrange to visit you, tag any new animals, and add them to your records, so you receive the correct amount of chemical. As well as Bayticol and instructions on how to use it, you will also receive a treatment calendar.
If you start on a red day, you keep treating on red days. If you start on a green day, you keep treating on green days.
This is laid out to help you remember when the fortnightly treatment is due.
Okay.
Yes, good morning. This is Jefferson from Bayford. May I speak to Mr. Phillip, please?
Veterinary Services, good day.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Phillip. This is Jefferson here. We out of Bayticol, and we'd like you to bring some for us.
If you should run out of Bayticol, phone the veterinary office straight away and request an urgent delivery.
How many animals are on your farm? 35? And when was your last treatment done?
Once your animals are treated, the milk and meat they produce is immediately safe, both for your family and for sale. There's no withdrawal period. The Caribbean Amblyoma Program, ridding the Caribbean livestock industry of the tropical bont tick once and for all. Together, we can do it.
I've seen the results. I mean, I have lost any animals from the tick. So I would tell them that the Bayticol that we're using to treat the animals for the tick, it works.
It's vital. It helps to protect and to safeguard yourself from any disaster in the area in the future. I find that it's a real good thing to be doing right now.
It is absolutely important that everybody takes part because it's an eradication program. It is not a control program. And to eradicate the tick, everybody must take part. There's no point one guy being involved and his next door neighbor more or less raising ticks. It has to be a total involvement from everybody.
Bayticol pour on. Every animal, every 2 weeks, for 2 years. Whether you see any ticks or not, you owe it to your friends and neighbors. But most of all, you owe it to yourself.